Hey, so this is my quote unquote first video. It's not really my first video, but technically I'm calling this my first video because I tried to start this YouTube channel in the past and I was so much in my head and I had did so much, I like to call it procrastinating, meaning I was doing so much time following all these experts and watching all this training, excuse me, and I was watching so many different experts that I was getting so much different advice on about what I should do and what I shouldn't do with, a YouTube channel, and it was just so much for me. And this time I decided, now that I'm coming back and I actually am going to be serious about my YouTube channel, I'm just doing and I'm going to learn as I go along. But there are three things that I wish that I had learned in the past and followed, but didn't. But I'm going to this time. So number one is do it for myself. And the reason that I say do it for myself is because I actually have, aside from this channel, I had started another YouTube channel for my virtual assistant business. And I had so many people tell me, your virtual assistant business will benefit so much from having a YouTube channel and doing, talking about this and talking about that and yada, yada, yada. And I listened. And I hated every single second that I tried creating content for that YouTube channel. And it's because I'm in a place that I have a handful of VIP virtual assistant clients, but I'm not taking on new clients. So I just was not passionate about it. So trying to force the content creation, that was just meh. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to be doing this. So with going forward, now that I'm, restarting, whatever you want to say, this channel, I want to do my own thing. I want to dance my own dance. And that actually comes from a book that my mindset coach I was watching a replay of something that she was recently doing, and it came from a book that she was talking about. And of course, I do not remember the name of the book, but oh gosh, yeah, I can't remember the name of the book, but I just want to be doing my own thing, doing my own dance. And as I do my own thing and am doing my own dance, I just believe that, my tribe, my people will find me. And whether there is one person, 1,000 people, or millions of people that end up watching this content, I still want to be doing it for myself. And of course, there's a little bit of a fine line there because as a business owner, I've been in the internet marketing world since 2006. So I totally get that there's, a fine line between doing things that we're passionate about and things that we like creating versus, needing to, uh, create content and things that appeal to our audience, that our audience needs. But that's a different story for a different day. I'm not even focusing on that right now. I'm just doing this for me. Okay, number two, start with whatever you have. Oh my God, you guys, I could so kick myself. Again, as I mentioned, I was following so many experts and gurus, whatever you want to call them, and I'm not saying, that their advice is bad, because they did have valid, great advice, and I did learn lots from them, but I never took the time to remind myself that they had been doing this way longer than I had been. Like the ones that I was following have massive, massive, massive YouTube channels. They're earning an income from it. Yeah, so I never took into consideration that they were way further ahead in their YouTube journey than what I was. And I want to share a story with you of what happened when I was, following these experts. And again, I'm not bashing on them. There is a time and a place for me to want to learn from them. But in the beginning of where I'm at, I shouldn't have been following some of their advice. Case in point, So one of those, actually, I think it was a couple experts that I was following, they were recommending this Sony ZV-1 camera. Hopefully you can see it. Um, it's a little bit on the pricey side, but it's cheaper than a DSLR camera, which some of the other YouTube experts were recommending. And I ended up buying this. It came in this package deal. So I got the camera and I got this. I don't even know what the hell this is. I think it's like a camera stabilizer. But the thing is, I didn't have money to buy this bundle of this camera, and there was a couple other things that it came with, if I remember correctly. It's been a couple years now, but because I was so caught up in what the experts were teaching, and I really I loved the content that this one expert was creating and using that camera, that I ended up still purchasing it because I don't even know what those companies are called, but they allow you to make a purchase and then they break the payments up and you pay them. I want to say it was like Afterpay or Affirm or something. That's neither here nor there. But the point is, I did not have the money to purchase this at the time. And I chose to do it because I was so caught up in the hype of what these experts were recommending and what they were doing. And the thing that I I laugh about now, but I actually thought in the moment, oh my God, if I spend the money and buy this, like this is gonna create great videos for me, and I'm gonna be creating content all the time. Yeah, no. I Do you want to know how many times I have used that camera? It's been 3 times, and it wasn't even to create content. It was to take pictures when I went to the beach. So all this money was spent on this thing that I don't even use. So this time around, I am literally using what I have. I am recording on my iPhone. I have a little lapel microphone on. I had these I don't even know when I purchased these, but this isn't even something that I had to purchase because I already owned it. I have a cheap Walmart tripod that I'm using to have my phone on. Thankfully, I didn't get caught up in buying any of this other crazy expensive stuff that, some of the advice that I was getting was giving. Because, oh my gosh, you could spend so much money on all these tools and resources, but the fact of the matter is, if you're not going to use them, what's the point in spending the money on them? Sure, maybe further down the line, like the further I get along and I want to make better quality, because obviously I do want to create quality videos that, have good lighting and sound good. So it might make sense to put more money into tools and resources down the line. But currently, I'm going with what I have. And then the third thing that I wish that I had learned in the past and would have followed was be yourself. I, again, was so caught up in the hype of what these other gurus and experts were doing that the couple videos that I did create, I tried to, I guess, emulate what they were doing. I would try to find the perfect backdrop. Today, I'm sitting outside. It is a chilly day here in the Pacific Northwest. My fingers are numb. I have a cup of tea in my favorite coffee mug. I have a blanket on. I'm in a sweatshirt. No fancy background behind me, and it doesn't matter. Again, maybe down the line when I want to, be creating more quality videos, maybe the background will matter more. I just don't want to be tied into, okay, I have this fancy background in, my office, and that means that I have to record every single video there. That is going to be a quick burnout for me, and I won't do it. I have to have fun and enjoy what I'm doing. And, you know, when I was trying to emulate what others were doing, like one of the other things that I would do is I always had to make sure that I had like my hair done and my makeup on. And yes, sometimes that is me, but 99.9% of the time, this is how I look. I have my hair in crazy, it's not even a cute crazy bun. It's just this crazy, I don't even know what it looks like. I didn't even comb it. I just literally pulled it up with no makeup on. I'm not this polished, quote unquote, professional, you know, put together looking speaker. And I just, this time around, I'm showing up as myself. And I find it so ironic that in the past, when I was again trying to start this YouTube channel, that I was doing that because I pride myself on showing up 100% authentically and just unapologetically being me, because for so long of my life, I did not live like that. I was a people pleaser, and I would literally, I felt like a chameleon that would change colors according to the people that I was around. So I would act one way around, you know, one group of people, another way around another group of people, and then I would even act differently around different sides of the family. Like, and then in 2018, when like so much of my life changed. That's another story for a different day. But in 2018, that's when I decided that I'm no longer showing up pretending to be somebody that I'm not and trying to please all these other people. I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to do me. And if people like it, awesome. If they don't, that's okay. So, yeah, just, you know, being myself, be yourself. And then one of the other things was, I get that, you know, content on YouTube sometimes needs to be longer, but I was constantly trying to force myself. Again, this is because it was advice that was given by an expert. I was constantly forcing myself to create videos that were at least 15 minutes. And again, I am not bashing any of this advice that I received, because I do think a lot of the experts have amazing advice and useful advice. Just for where I'm at and starting out this time around, I'm not following any of that. I'm pretty much just doing whatever the hell I want. And if somebody comes along for the ride, awesome. If not, I'm doing it for me. And there are like so many other things that I have just kind of been like, oh, yeah, man, if I had only known that back in the beginning. And I'm not going to sit here and beat myself up for the things that I didn't do back in that beginning. I'm going to say the first time around. I'm calling this my second time around with this YouTube channel. This time, I literally am going to just do this for myself. I'm starting with what I have. I'm going to learn as I go, and I'm just going to be myself. So here is me showing up 100% authentically, 1,000% unapologetically me.